This month on TikTok, I've generated over $10,000 in profit, and after doing so, I'm almost certain that anyone could do it too. So today I'm going to break down my exact strategies on how I'm able to make the most amount of money possible on TikTok and how you can too from complete scratch. But make sure you guys watch this video all the way to the end so you don't miss any of these secret strategies I show. Now, for 99% of you guys watching this video, you most likely have a TikTok account with little to no followers. If that's the case, the goal that we have to set for ourselves is get as many followers as humanly possible. My favorite content strategy for maximizing the amount of views that I get to convert into followers is to do something called trend surfing. Trend surfing is just a way for you to talk on already viral content with your current brand. A perfect example of trend surfing in real time is this page that does marble races, and basically right after Donald Trump got shot in the ear, he started playing Many Men by 50 Cent and had Donald Trump sing the lyrics, and it got a ton of views and converted into a ton of followers. So for example, if Chipotle is going viral because their portion sizes are small and people are rioting, I could then make a drama news post talking about how people are now boycotting Chipotle because of this. And the reason that you're able to get a lot of views on this trend surfing content is because there's a low amount of content already posted but a high amount of search volume, so you're somewhere in the middle getting all of the people coming over. But even if you use trend surfing, if the content itself isn't good, it won't go viral. So I like to follow the 3 principles of content creation. Principle 1 is the hook good enough for people to want to watch the rest of the video? 2, is there enough interest on this that it could get more than 1 million views? And principle number 3, is this content share worthy? TikTok at the end of the day is just a giant algorithm, so basically every single one of your posts are ranked on that algorithm based on certain criteria like engagement points, watch time, shares, favorites. So you want to try to stack up as much engagement as you possibly can. And even if you don't necessarily want to go the route where I'm talking about with trend surfing, you could always make a ton of different content styles. Like for example, swipe motivation posts do very well. This account on screen was able to get 13,000 followers just in 2 weeks by doing it. So it's also another method that people use. But in my opinion, if you want to build a sort of brand, I highly recommend to go the trend surfing route. Now, once you find a content style that works for you, just keep posting those videos. And once you get to the 5,000 follower mark, you're then able to apply for something called TikTok Shop for Creators. This is the first milestone on how we're going to be able to make a ton of money on TikTok. And that's because you're now able to sell products on behalf of companies. So I can start selling products, for example, this CarPlay, which is on TikTok right now, for a percentage, and every single one of these that I'm able to sell, I make 35% of each sale. And in this example, each one of those CarPlays retail for $50, so I'm able to make $17.50 for every single one of them that I sell. And I already know what you're thinking, it's going to be super hard to convert people into buying these products if I can't even convert them into followers. But the thing is, TikTok themselves will push your videos, because TikTok in a way gets a mutual benefit from pushing your videos, because not only are you making a percentage, TikTok is also making a percentage on each sale as well, because it is a marketplace. And for making sales with a product like that, there are 2 different styles of content. Content type number 1 would just be video style content. So I would take my phone, record the CarPlay, make a couple creatives, and post them on my page. Then there is content style number 2, which is making TikTok Shop live streams. Basically, I would set my phone up on a tripod, talk about a product in real time, answering questions, helping people out, and trying to convert them into buyers. And the reason that both of these strategies do work, even if the content itself is not great, is because TikTok will push people who have already viewed the product previously onto your lives, and on top of that to your videos. So you get all of these people from different areas all coming to your content, even if they're not directly interested in the fancy editing. So now you get all these hot leads coming into your TikTok for completely free. But keep in mind though, this is a trial and error game. If there's a product that you go live with or post video content on that isn't that amazing, it just won't convert as well into sales. But if, for example, this company right here was running a 50% off flash sale, the conversions will be way higher in compared to any other product. At the end of the day, people love deals, and if you're able to find them, that also is a huge bonus. Now, here's a secret strategy that 99% of people have no idea about on TikTok Shop, and that is something called TikTok ad codes. Basically, whenever you post a video onto TikTok, you could then generate an ad code that the companies could use to make your video into an advertisement. So if this company wants to spend $1,000 on your video in ad spend and it converts into $2,000 in sales, you would still earn your percentage from TikTok without doing any work. And in fact, I posted a video last month that was able to pay me over $200 per day whenever they were running the advertisements, and I literally had to do nothing. So every time you ever post any video content, copy the ad code, send it to the company, and hope one of them choose your video. Eventually, if you keep printing out content, one is going to go through. All right, now that we gamified TikTok Shop to get as much money as possible, now it's time to move on to method number 2 to making money on it, and that is called TikTok CRP, or TikTok Creator Rewards Program. For this, you're going to need 10,000 followers, but if you remember with step 1, we were already making content that was getting views and followers using something called trend surfing, so we just keep posting that content until you hit that 10,000 follower mark. And with this program on TikTok, you get paid for videos that are over 1 minute in length, with the payout being about $1 per 1,000 qualified views. So if I have a video that gets 1 million views with 60% of those views being qualified, I would make about $600 for a 1 million view video. And on my best month with TikTok CRP, I was able to make over $17,000 just for having a fish talk about the news and a few other niches. And if you can make content that gets good views, you will get paid regardless of what route you go, whether that be TikTok Shop, CRP, Instagram, YouTube, whatever else, because if you're able to gain attention, companies and brands will pay for that. So if you're posting on any of these platforms, they all have advertisement. The more views you get, the more these platforms are able to push it to advertisers, and they'll keep pushing up your videos, especially if they're good content. But for TikTok CRP, I want you guys to understand you have to post fully original content, meaning you can't post video clips or any stolen content from other people. It has to be 100% organic. My favorite style of CRP that never usually gets any violations is something called creator news. Basically, you just have your face on the screen, talk about whatever news is trending, and that's it. It is simple as that. News companies have been doing that for literal years, and they still get a ton of views. So if you're able to do that, you're able to get a ton of money because there's always something new to talk about in terms of news, trends, and whatever else. So now that we've gone over step number 2 to making the most amount of money on TikTok, we're going to move on to step number 3, and that is using something called UGC, or user generated content. Basically, as you grow in popularity on TikTok, whether that be CRP or TikTok Shop, you'll have a ton of companies reaching out to you to make content for them. You could then accept brand deals on behalf of these companies, either set at hourly or paid per content, and then make videos on whatever content style that is. For example, one company is paying me $35 per hour that I stream on my main account, plus 15% commissions of every single sale that I make. And keep in mind, this page is completely faceless. I just have my phone set up on a tripod pointing to the product. On average, I went live with this product for about 4 hours per day, and on top of that, I was able to generate about $1,000 in sales per live. So for 4 hours of work, I'm able to make about $300 per day just on one account. And what's great is I'm able to hire people in real life to do the job for me while running other accounts at the same time to maximize my profits. And the best way to find companies to work with is to go to your shop DMs, scroll through all of them, see all the products, and just message the ones that you like the most and tell them that you're willing to work with them on a retainer. Keep in mind, this won't happen overnight. You need to sort of build your accounts up, but once you do so, I promise you it is super easy to make money on TikTok right now. So the best thing that you could do right now is start posting. 99% of people will watch this video and do absolutely nothing. Be the 1%, actually go and post something. I've helped thousands of people make money on TikTok Shop and TikTok CRP. So if you guys want to get started, I made a free limited time course for those of you guys who are actually going to take this seriously with the first link in my description. See you guys inside.